The brain has the ability to change and adjust depending on the environment and situation it finds itself in. This is called neuroplasticity. In this series, I'm going to tackle how this brain skill is responsible for your anxiety cycles. You're going to learn how to lower your anxiety levels, and most importantly, you will find a practical framework to exercise your emotional muscles. Soul Brunch is like a gym for the mind. If this is your first time, click the link above to learn more about how the method works. I use the power of music to help you consistently tussle those brain muscles. If you enjoy my content and want to support me, you can start by simply subscribing to my channel. It is just a click, and it is much more valuable than you think. Neuroplasticity happens both in positive and negative directions. If you were to immobilize an arm behind your back, given enough time, your brain would assign the resources responsible for that arm to something else. The rule is simple: use it or lose it. Many studies have been done on the subject, and there is a wonderful book that is highly recommended called The Brain That Changes Itself by Norman Deutsch. The same principle applies to our emotion. Our behaviors are linked to specific neural pathways. The more we use them, the stronger they get. The trick is that we cannot stop using them without building new ones first. We can't change our route to work if we don't build a new road. That is why you should not concentrate on what not to do, but place your effort in what you want to do instead, aka build a path. You know, it takes time and effort to build a highway, but you can actively change your life. Remember, you are the most interested party and investor for that. There are two main types of anxiety: clean and disorderly. Clean anxiety is a healthy and highly important tool, as it keeps you away from harm by giving you a hint that something is dangerous in the form of an uncomfortable feeling. It also springs you up to action and motivates you when you're called to perform to achieve something important to you, like studying for a test or before an important work presentation, for example. It is a valuable resource for you to navigate the difficulties of the world. Interestingly, excitement and anxiety are basically triggered by the same adrenaline response. The first step you will take in your journey to master anxiety and make it your servant instead of your ruler will be to reframe your definition of it, to accept and learn how to use it. The dark side is disorderly anxiety, which is when anxiety starts taking control of your life. So you can't be around dogs, don't go to parties for fear of judgment, you don't swim in the sea for fear of sharks, you don't start your business. Once it rules you, it can be severely debilitating. Now here's the catch: disorderly anxiety is fed and nourished by avoidance. The more you try to make it go away by avoiding whatever you fear, the stronger it gets. This is known as the anxiety cycle. Say you're afraid of sharks. You're about to jump into the sea. The discomfort arrives, and even if you know that statistically you're more likely to die in a car accident and that really you're safe, you don't go into the water. The result of this action is that you survive. You are not indeed killed by a shark. You are right. The sense of relief is so comfortable and pleasant. So next time, the brain will reinforce this victory by raising your levels of anxiety. This vicious circle can then trickle in other parts of your life, and your world will inevitably shrink. To sum it up in 3 steps: 1. You interpret a safe situation as dangerous and you find all the reasons to believe your thoughts are true. 2. You escape and avoid. 3. Nothing bad happens, the relief proves the authenticity of those thoughts, the behavior gets reinforced, and successive avoidance increases the intensity of the cycle. It's worth saying that avoidance has many disguises. The most obvious one is locking yourself inside or not go to the sea. The more subtle ones are emotionally bound, like not deepening your relationships for fear of getting hurt, using substances before social interactions, social media as a substitute for relationships, and so on. There are millions of coping mechanisms deeply rooted in avoidance. What we want to do is invert this cycle. Let's begin the journey by accepting and reframing anxiety as a useful resource. Disclaimer: this is not a substitute for medications, and it is not meant by any means as medical advice. If you don't feel well, consult a doctor. Now find a quiet place if you can where you can close your eyes. Click the subscribe button. Perfect. Let's begin. Take a very deep breath. Breathe in as deep as you can. And breathe out slowly, slower than you usually do. And aim to find a sensation of tingling fullness and warmth inside your hands. Breathe deeply again, as deep as you can. As you breathe out, aim to fall deeply inside the hands. Concentrate, put all your focus inside the hands. Aim to find a sensation of tingling fullness and warmth. And as you do, you find that these sensations create a deep sense of comfort. Now aim to move these sensations from the hands, up the arms, then inside your feet, legs. Aim to find the tingling fullness and warmth throughout the four limbs. Then leave the tingling in the background, go around your head and feel as if your whole body was immersed in a thick, warm cloud as that feeling goes down the neck, shoulders, back, chest, abdomen, and fall deeply inside your base center. And from this state, remember that anxiety is not there to hurt you. It's there to protect you and to stimulate your motivation to achieve what you desire. So start to love it now. Make it your friend. And you know that it's gonna take time to work on this friendship. It's like a horse that needs to be tamed. It takes understanding, knowing each other. It takes effort and practice to make this a successful partnership. You can do this one step at a time. Change your mindset and see anxiety not as something to get rid of, but something to master and to use for your own good. Now you're ready to stop avoiding. You are ready to start fighting to make your life better. Because you have all the skills that you need, all the resources. You just have to allow yourself to get them out and to use them. Now feel excited. Feel very excited, because you are going to succeed. And you are going to feel better, live better, and love yourself for who you are, so that others shall too. As I look through the rearview mirror, leaving regrets behind. Time's gift is distance, wounds leaving scars to remind. Dancing through life, grow where your feet are. Finding my voice, I cry and move on. Looking for a moment when I'll have the courage to shine. When freedom come my way, I count the time. The only way out is through, step by step, breath by breath, I'll find a way to move. The only way out is through, moment after moment, myself for who I am, so that others shall too. Love myself for who I am, so that others shall too. As I come to terms with what happened, laying new grounds to explore, I'll foster my powers to fix what was broken before. Trusting fate has in store a million possibilities, opening new doors and never look back. Only way out is through, step by step, breath by breath. I'll find a way to move. Only way out is through, moment after moment. Love myself for who I am, so others shall too. Mending the pieces, mending the pieces, mending the pieces, mending the pieces. The only way out is through, step by step, breath by breath. I'll find a way to move. The only way out is through, moment after moment. And love myself for who I am, so that others shall too. And love myself for who I am, so that others shall too. Now it's time to come back to the here and the now. So you go back inside your hands and find that sensation of tingling fullness and warmth. You feel excited that you have started a process to make peace with your fear. And now you accept its role and existence. And that makes you feel better, excited and motivated. So now I'm gonna count to 10. When I get to 8, you can open your eyes. When I get to 10, you'll be back here in the now, feeling strong and ready to face your fears. 1, 2, 3, you're coming back. 4, 5, 6, you feel your hands, shoulders, feet. 7, 8, you open your eyes. 9, 10, you're back here in the now. I can't promise all your anxiety will go away, because it won't and it shouldn't. We just want to turn disorderly anxiety into clean, powerful tool to keep us safe and to motivate us to act. You need to learn how to master it, use it in your favor instead of being run by it. Practice this visualization every day and listen to the song as many times as you remember. Flex those brain muscles. Here is a link without the whole initial explanation. In the next video of this series, you will find a reason, the most important why, to keep you inspired and on track to face feelings of fear and anxiety.